explain. No, I had assumed that much, but that is not much of an explanation, is it?
Um, um, uh, ah, I was, I was having, I was having a drink. And I think I thought, I think I thought my finger was gonna, I think I thought my finger was gonna kill me or something like that. And then there was deputies. There was deputies and men. That's right. My, I somehow upset Mel, and she struck at me. Not of no fault of her own, of course. Of course. I think I think I I don't really remember what the thought process was. Um,
will wait until you can tell me.
I upset the snake, and the snake lunged at me. I wanted to know what she can do. Was I anticipating her lunging at lunging at me? No, but it was warranted, I guess. I didn't seek it out.
So you were anticipating her lunging at someone, and who was this someone?
I ran into Linder at the telegrams. We had a very lovely conversation. She's telling me all about what did she even say? That's neither here nor there. She came back here for a drink.
No, please. I will wait until you can remember it, because I'm sure that it is not here nor there.
It was just niceties. It was just niceties. So I was just another friendly face on the street. So she um, she she wanted to. No, I invited her. I invited her to come here for a drink. She couldn't handle her liquor. She fell over. Mel got upset. Lunged at me, lunged at her. Deputies showed up for whatever fucking reason, and I left before anyone could shoot me. That's that's what I remember. Anyway, I um I I ran out. I ran out of the bayou, and I remember being scared that I was gonna, I was gonna be taken over by venom or something like that. And so I thought I should just, cut it off in case it didn't. In case it didn't. In case that would help it. I didn't go searching for it. If that's what you think. I didn't go looking for her. I didn't force her to come back here or anything.
No, that is not what I think. What I think and what I see is simply a continuation of what has been happening recently.
A continuation of what?
This is going to be what? The third time? Second? Third? That one of your brother's interests have caused you harm. Is it not?
Why was she so calm? I don't I don't understand it. It drives me mad, Dell. It drives me absolutely as if I wasn't the one who grabbed her tongue and slit into it. As if I'm just some friendly face on the road. And I know I shouldn't let these things bother me, but she thinks she can just come waltzing back around doing whatever she wants, not afraid of anything.
Why wouldn't she think that?
Why should she?
Because that's what Lou's been telling her.
Exactly. And why should she believe the fucking word he says?
What is going on? Jesus.
Why the fuck do you have that out?
I don't know, maybe something to do with the goddamn letter I got covered in blood asking for help?
Oh fuck. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what? No, nothing, no, okay.
I got very drunk and I had an accident.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
What happened?
Your lamb came back, waltzing in here as if she owned the place, feeling quite comfortable, and upset your
Oh,
sister's daughter, causing her to bite.
so what? Snake caused that?
Linda caused it.
Mel didn't do any fucking thing but defend herself.
What, from your hand?
I was trying to calm her. She didn't do this to my hand. I did this myself. Like I said, I fucking at a fucking accident.
Uh huh.
Lou, why is she so why is she so fucking calm?
Who?
Jackie.
I don't know, maybe she already knows what's coming.
If she was so certain of what's coming, if she was so worried or calm about it, she wouldn't come here. She has no self-preservation if that's the case.
I think we have very well established that.
What is coming, Lou?
between Linda and the LeBlancs.
Hmm.
Can I please have some of that shit? My hand is fucking throbbing.
What shit?
That little, that little pills you fucking have.
I'm out. I ain't restocked yet. I've been busy. I got shine, and that's what I got.
I think I might actually, I think I might actually die if I have any more fucking shine. Just the thought of it makes me curl up inside.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a moment.
That snake is gonna get you killed.
No, she won't. If anything, she's gonna fucking save me. That's what she was fucking trying to do.
She's been doing a lot of saving so far, as I can see it.
But I'm not the one. I'm not the one all hurt by her. Like I said, I need to not drink. It does not agree with me, Lou. It does not fucking agree with me.
It ain't the drink, it's that damn snake.
It's not the snake.
It's just a fucking snake. It don't
It's
give
not
a shit
just
about
a
you.
fucking
It don't give a
snake.
shit about me. It don't give a shit about
You're
Linda.
wrong. You're fucking wrong. She could have fucking killed me if she wanted to, but she fucking didn't. She is very beneficial, whether you fucking like it or not.
Really? Because all I've
Yeah.
seen from her so far is you almost dying.
How have you only seen her almost killing me?
She ain't done nothing else.
What?
Besides wriggle around in the skull downstairs.
She has brought me much more comfort than you have.
And yet I ain't biting your fingers off.
How many times have I been shot down for you? And yet you want to blame my daughter for biting me when she was egged on by your little project?
No, I want to blame your daughter for biting you because she bit you. She was angry at Linder, she would have bit Linder.
She did bite Linder. I don't know what came of it, but she fucking did.
She dead?
I don't know. The deputies. You know what's funny? Linder chose to fucking come here. Chose to have a drink with me. Chose to have a lovely little conversation with me as if I wasn't the one who fucking hurt her in the first place. And yet she she telegrammed her friends as if I'd coerced her into it or something. They showed up before I could see anything that might have happened to her past what Mel has done.
Oh no, the forked tongue tells lies. Who could have predicted such a thing?
It's not my fault.
No, it's that snake's.
It's not her fault. She did nothing wrong past what her instinct told her to. Same as when a gator bites you, or swamp dog.
Some dog ain't never bit me.
I don't believe that one bit.
I don't care what you believe.
No, of course you don't.
She's a good girl. It's not her fault she was cornered. We've already made amends. Anything that happened past her striking was my own doing. And my own drunken stupidness.
It bites you again, I'm killing it.
And what about when one of yours bites her?
I'll deal with that too.
You haven't.
I will deal with that too.
Suffice to say that I'm not convinced. In truth.
Rasp needs something to distract her anyway.
Oh, like Rasp hasn't found any sort of distractions on her own.
Exactly.
Pray tell, how is sicking Rasp on your little lamb going to solve anything instead of causing more problems?
I ain't sicking Rasp on anyone.
He wants to distract her so that she doesn't go on her little tangents more.
Give her a little entertainment so she stops hurting all your precious little deputies.
Hmm. You think that's what the issue is?
Part of it.
What's the other part then? In your
I don't
eyes?
quite know. Still figuring that out.
No, do you want to know what the issue is?
Tell me.
Because the actions that Rasp are taking are bringing shit to my doorstep.
She ain't your problem, not your responsibility.
No, she isn't. So why is it on my doorstep, Lou?
I don't know. Tell them to take it back.
Do you know why it is? Because she keeps crawling back to Bayonnoa. And they are following at her heels. Please pardon me if I'm not inclined to take "I will fix it" as a good enough answer.
At least I'm trying something.
What? What are you trying?
Was waiting to see if all of Mary's little friends would prove useful, but it seems not.
My little friends. What do you mean, my little friends?
Well, I weren't the one that brought DeWitt and whoever that pirate asshole is. I ain't proven very useful so far.
They've had
Useful to what,
nothing
Lou?
to prove. They've had nothing to do.
You mean nothing to do?
They. What? They've had nothing to do. They have their own little volitions or whatever the fucking word is, sure, but I don't see what that has to do with Rasp or anything of the sort. It's not like you asked them to go out and do something for you and they didn't do it.
I specifically did.
Pray tell what have they been proving lackluster on? Or is that another between you and the LeBlancs?
I asked them all to get Linder if they could. Keep my hands out of it. But for a woman who walks right into the goddamn gator den, they've proven themselves unable to find her.
When did you ask this of them?
About a month ago by now.
So you had Linda standing right next to you? Not 4 feet away.
While I had my bar open.
So close your bar. There was one person inside at the time that you were having that conversation, and they were playing a fucking accordion.
Uh-huh. And all of Linder's friends knew exactly where she was. No, suddenly she goes missing from our bar, and deputies come a-looking.
I hate to tell you, Lou, if Linda goes missing, you are the first person that they're going to look at no matter what.
Sure, but a little bit of plausible deniability still goes a long way.
You are
Pardon
past the
me
point
if
of
I don't
plausible
quite trust
deniability.
deputies poking around anymore. Especially after last time where your good friend Weaver got your wife shot.
Well, Weaver got my wife shot.
She was the one that told the deputies where we were.
Why, pray tell, were the deputies looking for you?
Warrants, obviously. That time
No
when we
specifics,
were
Lou.
when we were bleeding out in Blackwater.
Oh, the time in which I was going to get Mary Sue out of there.
Yeah, that time.
Why were they looking for you?
So I had previous warrants.
Why was they so frothing at the mouth? Was it not because of what Raz did? Not an hour prior.
Okay, yeah. Except Rasp weren't there, so They were frothing
I'm
all the
not
same.
suggesting that Rasp was in Blackwater, Lou. I'm suggesting the fact that they were looking for you so ferociously was because of what happened, because of Rasp.
Yeah. And we were fine. They rode right past us without even noticing. Weaver leaves, and not 5 minutes later, all of them come riding into town, guns up, and surrounding the building.
Mary, did you see Weaver at all?
We had spoken to her in the telegram station.
She was the only person in town.
And she left to go to the bar. That's when I telegrammed you that we could go meet at the bar if you wanted to. Hey, you were gonna get me out of there.
I was planning on it. I was going
Seems
to take
Weaver's
you out through
friend
the
showed
back.
up a bit quicker.
Have you spoken to Weaver about this?
No, so I don't trust her.
It seems you don't really trust anyone, do you?
Not had many good reasons to.
I'm going to ask this again. What are the ends in which you are working towards, Lou?
With respect, Dell, given your close relationship with a deputy by the name of Ian York, I'm not going to divulge them details.
Hmm. Well, I've got an inkling, nonetheless.
I'm sure my sister will tell you in time anyway.
Oh, I've got absolutely no doubt that I will hear about it.
Stop worrying about her ass. It's not your problem. Some shit
No,
lands
because
up
it
on your
is a
doors.
problem,
Some
Lou.
shit lands up on your doorstep because of it. You tell them to fuck off. It's not your problem. They have a problem with that. They can talk to
You
me.
understand that that is not how it works, Lou.
Why not?
Because whilst you like to tote that you are the boogeyman of Bayou Noir, you are not.
So then why the hell is everyone so scared to come to me? Why must everyone go running off to Dell?
Probably because I get shit done. One every 6 hours. You know, I give a lot of leeway, Lou. I give quite a lot of rope before I am forced to pull it. This has been constant, and I have seen nothing to prove otherwise. Nothing to prove that something is going to be fixed, and then when I asked, I get told that it is none of my business. So, whatever dealings that you have, you may have them outside of Bayou Noir.
It's my home too.
Not anymore. I would suggest that you do not let me see you or Rasp until you can come to Mary with quite a good argument.
I ain't so quick to go and run and hide in the mountains.
Then I would suggest that you begin praying. My judgment is harsh, Lou.
Jesus fucking Christ. I will talk to her.
Talk, talk, talk.
It's better than the ulterior. How can you help me?
With?
Just make make sure it's not fucking infected or anything.
All right, let me get a look at it. Don't look like it's bleeding too bad.
Not anymore.
Clean it up, put some new bandages on. The finger looks like it's getting any worse. You might need to cut the rest of it off.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Well, if it ain't, we might need to take the whole hand.
I think I'd rather die.
I think I'd rather you didn't.
You only think you'd rather I didn't.
You know which snake it is?
Sylvan said that she were a cottonmouth of whatever.
I can take a look through the clinic in St. Denis, see if they got any anti-venom or anything.
I think I'd be dead by now if she got me with her venom.
I just want to be sure.
Yeah,
I need a restock anyway.
might as well stock up on that then too.
Get you some more pills. The ones that Dell gave you should last long enough, but just in case something else happens.
It really wasn't her fault. Any animal would strike if it gets fucking cornered.
Exactly.
If anything, the fact that I'm not dead should be proof enough that she does love me.
I ain't saying she's evil, I'm saying she's an animal, and you gotta be careful. It's not the snakes you gotta worry about.
We should see if we can find Linda's medical file to see what happened to her. Cause I know she bit her real hard. It'd be good. It'd be good to know. I mean, if we could find a way to get her to bite into a cup or something, we can have the venom for ourselves. We don't even need to agitate her. She could just do. We could get some needles or something from the doctor's office, and we can use that too.
Linda ain't what I'm worried about right now.
It's not about being worried about her. It's about knowing. It's about knowing what Mel can do. I mean, she's just a baby. Imagine what she's gonna be like when she's fully grown.
See if I make it that far. So what were you two talking about?
She wanted to know what happened to me. And I was telling her about Linda. And she said something like, this is the second or third time that one of the little playthings have come to bite me in the ass or something like that.
Then she needs to keep a tighter leash on her playthings.
She called them more your playthings than her.
I ain't playing with Linda anymore.
If I had known you were ready to be rid of her, I would have just kept her myself. She's so goddamn stupid.
She knows as well as I do that she ain't long for this world. I've been waiting for a good time, and I've been hoping that your little friends might have been able to pull something good together. There's no more waiting now. Now she has directly threatened the life of one of my family.
I just don't understand it. She was acting as though I were just another friendly face on the street. It's like she's just so desperate for them to care. You know? She's just so desperate to make everybody worry about her. I didn't even have a gun on me. I just said, no, you want to go have a drink?
I guess she can wait and see who turns up to her funeral. If they have one. You know, I was gonna make some big show of it, but no. No, I got a different idea. We're doing it ourselves. We just gotta find her alone.
At this point, that won't be that fucking hard.
Every time I bump into her, she's always surrounded by people. And I don't really give a shit what your wife thinks of it.
I'm more concerned about what she thinks of you now. I don't want you two fighting like this. I don't like it.
I ain't trying to fight Dell. But she's made her terms known. I hope you know if she sends anyone after me in the swamp, I'm shooting them.
I know. Or you could go the other route and help me come up with something just to get her off our back. Be better if we just calm the storm instead of embracing it.
We're already in the middle of it.
Lou, we can't. We can't take on the Helix on top of the deputies with every shit we're about to do.
I know, I ain't trying to take on anyone. But what did I tell you about coming a day when Halleck decides that I'm dangerous to you?
She doesn't think you're dangerous to me. She thinks the people around us are dangerous to me.
Who, Rasp?
I.
She's made it quite evident.
Then we just have to show her that you're not. That's all.
How do you plan on going about doing that?
I haven't quite figured that out yet. Maybe when my head stops spinning, I'll think of something.
For all of our sakes, I hope that's soon.
Are we going to the doctor then?
Sure. If they do have some anti-venom or something for it, it'd be good to have just in case she bites anyone we don't want bitten.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride with you.
All right. Don't fall off now.
Mm.
Hello there.
Do you have a feather in your hair?
Yeah.
When did you get that?
Uh. Shit. That day after we first met, what's her name? Jen with the hole in her mouth.
Mm.
Met her again in Blackwater. She was had some tail of some absolute Sasquatch looking thing. Used to be a deputy, apparently. Shit, I thought that sheriff was big. That thing must have been a half Sasquatch, but he had a couple trinkets on him. Just handed them out to me and Raz.
Well, it's lovely.
Yes, indeed.
What is your What is your new plan with Linder? You don't want to string her up like her father anymore.
No. It was for everyone else's benefit.
Good day.
Now she simply disappears. I just want to check my letters real quick.
Alright.
Trying to talk to Rasp about everything.
Oof.
Hello, miss.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Whole lot of ugly business here.
We need to make this place so that deputies don't want to follow Rest back here. I want her to have a safe haven. I want her to feel like she has somewhere she can run, but right now they're too comfortable following her with no repercussion.
I know. She's good at evading them,
Getting along okay.
but it's only a matter of time before they start to come looking this way for her and bringing trouble to us.
What are you gonna distract her with? Are you gonna
The
talk
blood.
to her?
Blood, that's what she wants. Okay, let's see what we can find. Oh, nothing useful. Something for the pain at least. Nothing. I have an idea though. Where do they keep their equipment? Here somewhere?
Maybe there's somebody we can, yeah, we can write to or something. Get get a little bit of anti-venom from a specialist or, I don't know. Now, where do they keep the medical records? That's what I want to know.
Probably behind the counter. Yeah. Yeah, these might do. That'll do for now. Little kit to, in case you get bit. Try to get the venom out of there before it does any damage. But maybe we look behind the counter. Front office there. Don't mind us, Mr. Clerk.
Pull your gun out.
Okay. Listen, buddy. We don't want to, kill anyone. So, why don't we just, you just let us look through all of your little medical records you got here, and no one gets hurt, and we're all fine. How's that sound to you? All right, you get looking. I don't know what the hell I'm looking for with this kind of thing. If I see another goddamn medical record, I'm gonna shoot someone. Far too many of those in New York. Oh, I'll be outside the front.
I think this is it. Come on. Ugh, Jesus.
I can't think straight in this wind. Damn, it's bad.
All right, well,
Come on. Let's get out of here.
Howdy, stranger.
all right, next time, if you get bit or someone else gets bit that you don't want dying, if possible, you put a tourniquet on them, all right? something like a tourniquet, whatever it is. Just cut off the blood flow as tight as you can. If it's in a finger or a leg or an arm or something like that, if it's in their body or their neck or their head or something, well, hope and pray, I suppose. But you put a tourniquet on there, and you ever drain someone of blood? You ever bloodlet?
Um, I mean, I've done what. Oh, that's right. I don't remember. Not really, I guess. Not really.
You go looking through the swamps, you see if you can find any leeches, okay? Grab a whole bunch of them, no matter how disgusting they are, and if it's in a hand or something, you just get them sucking the blood up in that hand there. As close to where the bite is as possible. With any luck, they'll suck out the venom before it does any real damage. I'll grab some syringes back there to make it a little easier, but, well, I have to be there pretty much at the time they get bitten for it to really work.
So, are you telling me I didn't have to cut my fucking finger off?
I mean, it probably helped.
I fucking hope so. Just
Biggest
maimed
thing
myself
you
for no
want
reason.
with one of them snake bites is you don't want that venom spreading. If you ain't got no other choice, then yeah, hacking off whatever part was bitten off could work. You got bitten in the finger there and you didn't have no proper tourniquet or something you could only put around your arm, you might have gotten all throughout your hand and fucked up your whole hand. Just be ready next time.
Right. Right, okay. Well, that's not so bad, see? It's not so bad at all.
Not so bad. Didn't check if Linda was there, but I've no doubt they would have moved her.
There's no way in hell that she's still there.
No, this close to the swamp after something like that. If it was anyone around her, they would have moved her out of there.
This shit is hardly legible as is. Look at this. Can you even fucking read that?
Yeah, it looked exactly like it did up in New York. And them doctors got a problem with writing.
Apparently.
Might be useful though. Might not have to shoot her.
Yeah, maybe.
And even if they do find her, by the time they do, there won't be any venom left.
It's a good way to deal with her. It's a good way to deal with anybody.
But we're gonna have to grab her ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear that them others ain't exactly working in a timely fashion.
I'm gonna see if I can come up with a way to get Mel to bite onto something and extract the venom ourselves. We don't have to be using her. Getting her all aggressive and agitated for nothing.
I'll let you figure that out. I ain't touching that thing.
Well, this is something at least.
I don't know. Keep reading.
Well, this is interesting.
No. Well, I'd say it definitely had some kind of effect on her.
Well, now we know at least what the venom does.
I remember seeing a few books about anti-venom when I was in New York.
How?
Ain't really too much of a thing here yet, but there was some papers about it that they let me read. I don't remember much of it, but maybe we can go past the library. I'll go past the library, see if I can find anything.
I'll come with you. That'd be great. I can even reach out to I could reach out to Auntie. Auntie is very close with that witch doctor person. They might have some knowledge on it. You see, she didn't mean to hurt me. I'd
Uh-huh.
I'd have been like this. I'd have been like this if she wanted to hurt me.
You got lucky.
No.
And as someone that has survived through sheer luck for way too long, I don't take trust in it no more. I'm taking precautions now. We will need the right equipment to do it as well. I don't know what that is, though. Some kind of lab or something, maybe. But right now, I'm just taking guesses.
I'll I'll send a letter. I'll send a letter. I don't know if Auntie will write back to me, but her cousin. I can send a letter to her cousin. They might be able to convince her to tell me something, or maybe at least give me the contact to that person. I mean, they had all sorts of strange little animals all around, from what I remember. I'm sure they must know something, or at least where to look.
Well, for now, I think we can start off at the library. Maybe there's something about it. When I was
Maybe.
reading them papers, they were saying that it was a real new thing at the time. So I don't know how many books gonna be written about it yet, but it was what, almost 10 years ago. So maybe we might get lucky.
All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. Should I change? Should I change? I'm comfy.
Wow, why would you need a change?
Well, I don't know. We're going into a library. It feels weird wearing my house clothes in a library. All those
We're only
delicate
going there to
books.
look for some books.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's go. Oh, I feel so much better knowing that now.
Yeah, okay. How's your hand feeling? Don't feel like it's gonna fall off, does it?
No, I feel a little bit better now. I think that the medicine Dale gave me has kicked in. I mean, it still aches and it still throbs a little, but it's not consuming.
Yeah, it's probably gonna hurt like shit for a while.
Yeah, maybe.
And keep an eye on that finger. If it don't look like it's starting to scar up and close up, then we might need to cut more off.
I'm sure. Do we need to? Can we stitch it? Can you stitch the end of it? It'll close up, won't it?
It should, hopefully, but if the venom's killed the the skin and the meat there, it ain't gonna close up by itself. It's just gonna rot, and that rot's just gonna spread.
Enjoy the night, miss.
You gotta cut off the rot. Oh, great. Now there's two of them on the bridge.
Oh God. At least Lord is holding his own.
He's slowly getting more and more used to him.
I don't think I've
Alright,
been
let's
here
see.
before.
I've only ever run through here. But if they have some kind of, I don't know, look around for any section about, I don't know, snakes, venoms, anything to do with medicine or something like that.
Where are all the books? Upstairs, maybe?
Never mind, I think I got some in here.
You got something?
Yeah, a recent book about venomous snakes and making antivenoms. It's with the
Oh,
cobra or something.
well, I'm sure they're close enough. They're both snakes.
Yeah. Alright, you think I can just take it home?
Yeah. Just take it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Alright, I'll give it a read, see what I can find.
All right.
Looks like it, I mean, given the title, what it says on the back, it looks like it should have everything, but if there's still anything I don't have in this book, we can always come back.
Can we stop by the post office?
Sure. You want to see if your wife sent you anything?
No, I want to tell her. I want to tell her that Mel didn't mean to hurt me. I have proof of it now. She can control herself. You know how long this is gonna take to stop fucking killing?
Probably a while.
Crap. Crap.
Especially if it has killed the flesh there.
Oof. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know.
If it starts to smell funny and look funny, that probably means that it's dead.
Okay. Then what? You at least knock me out for
Then,
it.
I guess. But yeah, then we gotta cut it off to a part that ain't dead yet.
Ugh.
That thing's written like a goddamn storybook. Just got through the introduction there, it's all just waffle and shit, so it's probably gonna take me a while to get through that. Nothing like them papers.
Well, if you want some help, just let me know.
I'll probably need your help when it comes to the actual making of it, but I haven't quite gotten around to that part.
Yeah. To help you find the materials or something.
Yeah. I think, if I remember from back in the day, it had something to do with animals, but I can't remember why. Either we need to go, well, take some animals from a farm or get some of our own.
Yeah. Maybe we should grab Rasp and go to the island for a little bit or cross the water. It doesn't have to be a long trip, but it might be nice. A little family bond and shit.
What? Where?
That other place, you know, the one that's far away.
I got no idea.
You can take a boat over. It's maybe a night's journey or so, but I've never been there, but I've heard about it.
Island? What you mean, like out in the ocean?
Yeah,
Like Cuba or something?
something like that. I don't know. We should collect her, though, and take her somewhere. At least for a little bit.
Need to give her that distraction first. A lesson. Teach her how to be more careful.
Did you write her back after?
And I sent her a letter. Oh, Swamp Bear, calm down.
What did you end up saying to her?
Just said we need to have a chat. I think I'm gonna, we'll have a chat and I'll take her out.
Alright.
Show her how to mark. How to read the blood. So she ain't carving for no reason.
Good. You really found your little chaos twin.
And Dell needs to stop thinking it's a responsibility to look after it.
Wants rasps. Once back to the bayou, she's gonna be fine.
She lives here just with us. It's her home as much as it is ours.
So she
It's
should
our home
want
as much as it
to
is
protect
Dell's.
it. No. Just as you want to protect it, just as I. That's why we don't bring people back here in the first place, isn't it?
Sure. But I ain't leaving.
We'll figure it out.
Hopefully before anyone gets shot. And boy, am I glad Grandpapa taught me how to read. Shit, what would y'all have done when we were kids?
You're the only one he really ever paid attention to.
Someone had to.
You know, that's the only reason I got lucky going to Auntie. She picked up where our parents failed.
Yeah, our brothers weren't good for reading. For reading anyway.
Did you ever find them again after?
No.
Do you ever wonder what they were like? What they would have been like if they had made it?
Now I was in New York all the time.
I did too.
And I see them around still. Ain't so talkative these days. Feel like after a while, everyone starts to run out of things to say.
Did I ever run out of things to say?
For a while.
What sort of stuff do they say to you? Or have they said to you?
Mostly warnings. Hugh was the one that convinced me to keep the dog. He said he was important. Never explained why. But every time I see him and the dog's around, he always has a smile on his face. He did always like animals, though. Even the gators he wrestled, he loved them. He was the kindest of us all, I think. I suppose it also helped that he was the biggest.
He was always good at looking out for us. Do you ever wonder if you would be any different if he was still around? If he was still there to look out for you?
Maybe. He's still looking out for me. Just can't do it so much physically no more.
Do you ever hear from Mama?
No. Never saw much of her and Pappy. Yeah, she could even still be alive.
She ought to come for me.
You didn't see her. The way she walked out into the swamp that day.
I remember seeing y'all silhouettes against the fire, but they only lasted seconds before my attention was elsewhere.
I don't know. Never quite the same after her father died. I honestly think he took her with him, just not physically.
That's what love will do to you, I guess.
Suppose so.
Though they shouldn't have been together. Not with how it. Not with how they talk to each other. No,
Well,
Auntie never ever forgave her.
shit, after the 4 children they had, I don't think they had much of a choice.
There's something honorable in it, though, isn't there? I mean, she still was, as you said, she practically went to the grave herself after he died. And you could tell she really loved him. The amount of shit she put up with.
Yeah. I don't know. I was far too focused on whatever the hell Grandpappy had me doing that week.
The fact that she ever let you run around with him beyond me. Now that I'm older and know better.
I think she knew it had to be one of us. Maybe she thought I was the best for it. You and Stu could never take to cooking. They couldn't make shine to save their lives. Yeah, we'd all be blind decades ago if we're up to them. We probably would have blown up sooner than that, though. Them two together, they would have found a way to make that outside still go boom. Knowing them, I wouldn't be surprised if it's because they shoved a stick of dynamite in there to see if it would taste better.
Yeah, I could be. I could see that being something they would do. Did you see you and Stu go down that day, Lou? Are you sure they're?
No, they got me out. I think they both got shot, but they got me out. They were fine. We got separated later. Maybe they got shot, maybe they got sent to prison for life, put on the firing line. Who knows? Maybe they survived for however many years I was in New York. Got killed by some other bullshit. There was a few people that, when I first got back in the state, there was a couple people. Some of them looked at me funny. Some of them looked at me with sadness in their eyes when I said I was LeBlanc. You could tell there was something they weren't saying, but at the time I just assumed it was, from the history. But I was still real naive back then, and spending a good few years cooped up on that university.
But you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance they survived that night, but they're definitely dead by now.
You thought I was dead?
You came back. You know them two. They didn't have auntie keeping them safe. This was their home. They didn't have any other family. If they were alive, they would be here.
Yeah, you're right, I guess.
I think they are still here, somewhere in the ground, buried in the mud. Probably half eaten by gators, snakes, and worms. But you could probably find their bones somewhere here if you look hard enough. I'm content to let them rest, though.
You don't think that's why they haunt you? They're not properly buried, properly let go.
I'm born and raised in the swamp. A proper burial is half in the mouth of a gator. Your body makes it to one piece into the ground, and that's like goddamn royal funeral.
You know what? Fair enough. I guess I've gotten used to the city cemeteries and whatnot.
No, I think they're just keeping watch. Maybe waiting for me to join them. Maybe trying their best to keep me from joining them.
Well, I'd rather you not join them if that's where they are.
I'd rather I didn't as well.
It's not fair. They can't
When
have all the
I
siblings. Two needs to stay alive and two can stay dead.
when I almost died, there were none of them there. It was just me. And wading through that pitch blackness. And don't want to go back there. That's the only thing that terrifies the fuck out of me.
Maybe that's only for a time, though. You know, like a tunnel. You just gotta keep going through it until you get to the light.
I don't know. This is the one with the book. The one who hears. I think I got somewhere else waiting for me. I never saw Grandpappy again after he died. And I think maybe that we go somewhere else. Somewhere more described in the book than in the Bible. but I ain't there yet. Given the shit I've been through, it'll take quite a lot to get me there.
Well, I've dealt a lot with
Certainly,
curses. If your soul is cursed, then you have somebody here advocating for you. What are you gonna do with that book, though? Do you plan on raising Rasp up to take it or something?
I don't know yet. It'll make it known what needs to be done with it when it is time. I tried once before to circumnavigate its wishes, and it showed me death. So for now, I guess I'll just hold on to it. And Rasp seems to have the curse too, you know. She don't see them like I do. She hears them. Maybe that's because she weren't cursed with it from birth. Only got it later through the tearing open of her throat or something. But for right now, I don't intend on raising Rasp up to do anything. I'm just trying to keep her alive.
She likes to give you a run for your money in that department.
That she does. But hell, I can't say my brothers and I were that much different back when we were kids, so
No, you fucking weren't.
we did a lot more carving into flesh. A lot more bank robberies, too.
I didn't know you robbed banks.
We tried to rob Saint Denis once.
When did this happen?
I think what I was probably like 11 years old. They were 16, 17. Assholes let me walk out first because the deputy got all hesitant about shooting an 11-year-old kid. So Stu shot him and ran like hell after that.
I wonder what they'd look like. If they'd still have hair at this point, if they'd lost it all, gone totally bald. Probably full of
Well,
scars, too.
and only be around 30 now. Shit, if I go bald by the time I'm 30, I might just shoot myself.
I've seen men go bald by the age of 20, 25, 26.
Dude, Grandpappy still had a full head of hair when he died. All grayed and fucked up as it was. And the couple scars he got on his head when he stuck it into a gator's mouth didn't help.
I don't know if that hair was fully attached to his head, though, or if that was just a whole bunch of loose hairs wrapped into each other, hanging on to the few strands he had left.
You know what? I never thought about that.
It wasn't exactly the cleanest of people.
No, that he were not. I think he had far greater things on his mind than general cleanliness. Fortunately for me, all that time I spent up at that in that ward in that university taught me to keep myself clean mostly. Them doctors over there taught me far more than they ever knew. I was just a crazy patient for them to do their studies on. Every once in a while, when I got a clear head, I made sure to take note of everything they were doing. Certainly helped when I got back to the swamp and had to deal with, gator bites and shit like that again.
Or missing fingers.
Or that. Though, luckily, I still have all my fingers. Somehow.
I was about to say. Wait, what did they used to do to you? Did they used to hurt you?
Sometimes, I don't think it was intentional for the most part. All under the guise of help. All them students there doing all their studies and them doctors working on all diseases of the mind. There was a while I shared a bed next to me was an old Civil War feller. He was absolutely convinced I was his buddy that died at some point during the war.
It's very sad.
I don't think he ever had days of clarity. Also, didn't have no legs. After my first couple escape attempts, though, they moved me to my own room, so. Still, there was one good feller there. Seemed to notice that I weren't all crazy all the time, at least. When I was feeling quieter on some days, he would bring me some of the papers and books they had around the university for me to read. Had to hide them away, of course, but that weren't too hard. Hell, for how smart them doctors thought themselves to be, they really weren't all that observant. One day I'd managed to just get a few clothes together to look more normal like. Waited for a door to be open and just walked out.
And that worked.
I had work. Spent a couple months just living around New York, doing what I could, stealing what I could, till I made enough money to get a boat back down here.
Oh, goddamn.
And I guess by the time I got back, I didn't really realize how much time had passed. No one really remembered what happened. None of them marshals and deputies that were there that day were still around, I can tell you that. And I think they said a while back they had some real big hurricane that came through and wiped a lot of the criminal records. Hell, along with half the state.
I never knew about that. That hurricane.
Came around a couple of months before I showed up here. Maybe half a year or so. When I got arrested for the first time, I was surprised they didn't have nothing about no other LeBlancs on record. And the deputy told me about that hurricane that came through, took out half the state along with all the records they had kept in Saint Denis down there.
Well, it's for the best then. Maybe there'll be another fucking hurricane like that one day.
Shit, maybe.
We don't gotta worry about shit.
I think it'll take a lot more than a hurricane for people to forget me, though.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Okay, seems to be getting to some more interesting parts, but I think I'll finish it off when I go to bed. Do a little more reading.
Alright. You gotta start jotting notes down and whatnot.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna read through it entirely a first time and then go back, pick out all the important bits.
You know, that that Sheriff Clay reminds me a lot of one of the marshals from that night.
No, you can still remember them that well?
I can remember one of them.
I honestly didn't get a really good view at them. I was about to steal. Brothers came running past, said they're shooting, ran me off into the swamp with them, and didn't look back. It's only later a patrol of them came riding back from, well, from the houses there. You and Stu stayed back to keep them distracted while I ran off in a different direction. And got picked up by some patrol near Saint Denis. He recognized me. Still being a kid at the time, I guess they took pity and held me up in the cell there for a couple of days before deciding I was crazy and had me shipped up to New York.
One of the marshals wanted to kill me. I was still down around the houses. I guess it's probably the one that came after you guys after, I don't know. It was a white hat that convinced him not to.
Yeah, it was a deputy as well. Deputy sheriff that picked me up outside Saint Denis.
When I was in that telegram station, last time we got shot, I guess they were working on me, but it's like I couldn't see, and when I could see, I just saw the blurry outline of that marshal. His gun pressed against my forehead.
Yeah. Well, Clay got an arrow to the arm for his actions. He deserved to.
He deserves a lot more than that.
And I was hoping the poison would get to him, but
Maybe you could try some of Mel's poison on the arrows at some point. That could be interesting.
yeah.
If I find a way to extract it.
I could certainly try. I don't know if snake venom lasts forever, though.
No, but make them swell up, immobile, all that stuff. Easy, I guess.
Yeah.
It'll be it'll be very interesting to poison somebody for answers or something and hang the anti-venom over their head. You know, tease them with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna actually drink for a while now.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I don't know if that snake does it, but I've heard of some snakes that, I don't know, they got something in their venom that makes you bleed even more. Alcohol thins out your blood and makes you bleed more. Two of them combined, small thing like that on your finger, and you might bleed to death.
It is beautiful, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Sure. I mean, just so much, so much power in such a tiny little bite. Two tiny little teeth.
I think I'll stay here for a while. I don't want anything like what happened with Linder happening again. I want it's around.
Yeah.
Next time I'm going to be here.
Alright. I'll keep Mel in the room then.
Don't let that thing come near me.
I'll look after her, don't worry.
I think I'm going to go to bed anyway.
Yeah. Alright, good night then.
Yeah, good night.